Good day, my audience. My name is Favor, and here with me today is a Nollywood actor, a producer, a director. I would like him to introduce himself, sir, please.
All right, thank you. Uh, our viewers out there, my name is Kenneth Chinwako, popularly known as Actor Ken. I am an actor, producer, a filmmaker, just like she said.
Thank you. Nice to have you here on the
Yeah, thank
show.
you, thank you.
Welcome. So today, I want to ask you some concerning questions that we, the viewers, have wanted to ask for so long concerning the storylines
In
in
Nollywood.
Nollywood.
Okay.
So I want to ask, why is it that the storylines in Nollywood is only resolved in village conflict, ritual, or love triangle? Is there not any other stories that
Wow,
can be
wow,
brought up?
wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is a very interesting question or discussion. Well, to be honest, we've been focusing on the three that you mentioned more: the love triangle, the village conflict stories, and rituals. But that doesn't mean that is the only story we can produce or come up with.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are a lot of good stories out there. Story pertaining politics,
Yes.
story that can grow our society. There are a lot of natural stories out there. So, but I think uh, I'm also a victim because I've also had some movies, produced some movies.
Yeah.
Though it's still educative, but there is still some love inside it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it is high time we try to explore all the good story we have and not just concentrating on love stories and village conflict and all that.
Yeah.
Stories that can change our society,
Exactly.
stories that people can learn a good number of things from, stories that can promote our culture because we have culture as a
Yes.
country, as a continent, we have culture,
Of
so
course.
which we can uh, introduce it and push it before the world.
Okay.
So, though we are used to these stories. Uh, People also are used to it, they like it. But I think it is when you come up with another different story, you now know whether people will like it or not
Or
like
not
it. Yeah.
exactly. Yes.
So, but that even as I said, there are other people who have produced movies that are not just centered on love
Yes.
and on that's the village conflicts and the rituals. So there are few good stories out there. So, but
Okay.
I think you want more, and it is good. So me too, I want more.
Yeah. So do you think that there is any international movie industry that Nollywood can imitate some storylines of them, breaking the current storylines we actually have in Nollywood industry?
Yes, yes, yes. Hollywood. You know, I can say that if you watch their stories, they have good stories that portray their culture, that also teach people on what you're supposed to know, what you're supposed to learn.
Yeah.
I learned that in the past, the Europe or let's say American, they were not the way they were now. In
Yes.
the sense that, let me use this as an example. Uh, if you are watching a movie, story changes society.
Yes.
When when people watch movie, they try to bring it to life. So let's say you are watching a movie now, you are a nurse, a doctor, and a patient is being rushed into your hospital, and you're watching it in a movie. As the patient is being rushed into the hospital, the doctor and the nurses, all of them will rush out and take care of that patient, took him or her inside and start treating the person immediately.
Yeah.
If you're a nurse or a doctor, and you're not doing it like that, you will learn from this from that movie that this is how you're supposed to do it. So this is how, let's say, Hollywood stories, how it's being done. They teach people what you don't know or what you're supposed to know. So,
Yes.
but in our own, I think we keep on telling story where we are collecting bribe, where we are doing this, where we are doing this, and not teaching people what they are
What's
supposed to know. So
yes.
I am also guilty of what I am saying,
Oh,
but I think we can improve from that.
okay. So how do you think, as a movie maker, as a producer, that you can like collaborate with the producer, the director, the writers
Mm.
to change the storylines? Like, how do you think that you guys can collaborate to make a new story out of?
Okay, like a producer now, if I want to make a film
Yes.
and I am not a writer, that's mean I'm going out there to look for a writer that will write for me.
Yeah.
So I need to tell the writer the type of a story that I want.
Mm.
So and give him or her an idea.
Yeah.
So if I also have director in mind that will direct it, so I can also talk to the director even while the story is going on.
Yeah.
He or she can chip in his or her own idea,
Idea.
and
Yes.
the writer will marry all of them and produce a very nice story. I don't think our writers are lazy. I think it's us, the producers, what we are demanding is what they are giving to us. It's because I've actually seen good writers out there, and if you really tell them what you want, they will give it to you. They will
Mm.
give it to you. So the three departments you mentioned can collaborate and come up with a good story
Mm.
that can help our society
Okay.
or that can improve Nollywood industry.
Yeah. So do you think have you faced any barrier so far as a producer that you are? Have you faced any barrier in terms of creating new stories, like in terms of funding? Is there any barrier you've created, or do you know someone that has passed through that barrier, or like that
Yeah,
process of?
to be honest with you, I have some interesting stories
Mm,
that are very, very interesting, but costly.
yeah.
And one of the reasons I haven't gone into that trying to shoot it is because of fund. So one of our greatest problem here that we have as a Nollywood filmmakers or producers are funding. It's not always easy to get funding out there.
Yeah. That's
Um, we battle it a lot. We battle it a lot. We don't have a lot of sponsors out there. So though there are things that also are affecting that sponsorship, maybe the marketing is not clearly stated where an investor can come in and say, I am giving you this amount of money and you are sure that you are going to get it back because the marketing, that is another big wahala. Maybe we will talk on another on
Mm,
another
yeah.
meeting.
So since you are here now, like, what are your advice to producers out there that are based on this triangle of love and rituals, and is there anything that you want them to like improve in themselves or?
Okay, yes, I'm starting from myself. My fellow filmmakers out there, Nollywood filmmakers, please let us try and tell other original stories that are not just embedded in love,
Yeah.
village conflicts, and what is the third one? Rituals,
Rituals,
rituals.
yes.
So that is not the only thing we are good at. So
Exactly.
we are very good at telling other stories. So let's do more.
Very, very nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much
Yeah.
for having me.
Yeah. Welcome.
All right.
All right.